Hey, Matt Bauer here from Bauer Tree Equipment. I'm going to have to excuse my voice. I got a cold right now. We're working on a Kubota V3600T. We had an issue with it. We weren't getting any fuel to the injectors. So, we pulled the injectors, did a compression test. It checked out okay between, what was it, 460, 470, and 550 or something.
550, yeah.
So that's good. As long as it's over, I think, 440, 450 pounds, you're good. So compression's good. Tested the injectors. They were kind of weak, so I put in a new set. But now we want to test the injection pump itself to make sure it's generating enough PSI. So one way to do that, why don't you come in here, Ange, is to connect a known good injector to the actual pump manifold and see if you get anything. Now, you still have to bleed this thing because I put a new filter on it. We replaced some lines, we replaced the lift pump, so there's a lot of air in the system. So even when you're just testing it, you still have to bleed out all of the air. So at first I was getting nothing. How you're going to bleed it, we're running off of just a bucket here, is you open up this bleeding valve here and tinkle away until it comes out your return line back into the bucket. Now I've already done all of that. So we're going to close that off. I've already run through all of these and they're all working fine. Here's a little trick. Keeping these pumps, these individual pumps, where they're supposed to be is very important. Using a 19 millimeter box wrench, if you disconnect the lines from the injectors first, you can work it over the line to hold these and then break them. If you don't do that, you have to use a screwdriver in there. It's pretty sloppy. Quite often they do move and you don't want them to move. So we figured out, or my son figured out, this is a really good way to do that. So remember that, it's 19 millimeter right over the top. Secure them nice and tight, right? And again, you still have to bleed this. It's been bled, but you still have to crack it and then crank until all the air comes out, and then you might have to crack it here too to bleed it out. So anyway, then you test it. Be sure to engage the on-off valve by compressing the Murphy switch, and you do not want fuel to be blown all over the place. So cover that. Put a little towel down here so you can see the effects of what you're doing. See that? It's pretty good force. That's what we want to see. And that's good. Now I did that with every one of these, so I know we have good pressure in all four, so when I hook it up to the new injectors, I know we don't have a problem there. And since we have new injectors, if this thing still doesn't start after doing all this, then we got a different problem. Okay, so that's a lesson for the day. Matt Bauer signing out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.